1975, the year I was born, these little blue trikes were a common sight on the roads. But a lot's changed since then, thankfully, and now disabled people can drive practically any car they like, and a lot of that's down to the development of car adaptations. I became disabled when I was 22, when I contracted a disease called meningococcal septicemia, which is a blood poisoning form of meningitis. In order to save my life, doctors had to amputate both my legs and both my hands. I was in hospital for about 6 months, and after I came out, I then had rehabilitation for the next 2 years. It wasn't until I was starting to feel better again that I decided I really wanted to get back to driving, and it was kind of, where the hell do I start? It was really a difficult process, but it started for me with an assessment at a mobility centre. So up north I went, where I met David Knights. Unfortunately for me, he'd adapted a car for someone with a very similar disability, and so I really felt that he knew what he was doing. I had a few assessments with him, measured up, and he suggested all the bits of equipment that I would need, and a couple of weeks later I was in my car and driving. And for me, having been dependent on other people for several years, it was just fantastic to get into my own car and just go wherever I wanted to go. Although to the untrained eye my car doesn't actually look that adapted, it's actually pretty sophisticated. Here I've got a push-pull accelerator and brake, I've got a steering adaptation, but all the really clever stuff is actually in my headrest, where I've got my indicators and all the secondary controls like the horn and the headlights. For me, getting a car was the start of my life again really. It enabled me to get mobile, get a job, be independent, go out on my own. And now we're going to hear from lots of other people whose cars have also meant that they've been able to go out and do exactly what they want.
So I've got a lift on the other side, on the passenger side, and that comes out, it's called like a cassette lift. It comes out and then down, and I ride onto it, go back up, push inside, and then I've got a 6-way seat inside, which comes round, up, down and forwards and back. And I transfer onto that and do all the mechanical bit, and then it's just got hand controls. Got some hand controls, which is just an easy push and pull system, pull to accelerate and push to brake, and that's got an indicator fitted to the top of it, which is really easy to use. And then I've just got a freeway grip for my hand to steer, which is really easy and simple to use. It's the best thing ever. It's I can do anything I want. I can go shopping on my own, just do anything, go for a push, anything I want I can go. It's just getting out and freedom on your own, and just the fact that you can do things like you used to be able to do.
Well, I'd always been a driver, so it was always what I wanted to do, try and do, and I had 3 years out of driving, and I had an accident in 1996 over in Holland. I was working for a company, local company, and I was racing a boat to get back to the UK, and I just went round the corner too fast, truck toppled over, and then load fell on top of me and paralysed me from waist down. This one I've got now is there's a winch what lifts me into the cab with this harness what I've got here. And then also I've got hand controls on the brake and accelerator. What's just a push and pull mechanism. Yeah, I'm on my own, yeah. I get in cab and pull my wheelchair up and off I go. Maybe for a week at a time, 2 weeks sometime. I'll go into the continent and abroad, Spain, Italy, France, Germany, anywhere where it goes. It were a case of would I be able to drive again when I had my accident, and then everything sort of opened up again. Just got on with it and tried it, and spoke to like so many people about it, if I could do it. A lot of questions people said no, but it didn't stop me. I just carried on doing it. Don't stop. You don't think you can't get on with it.
Well, the minibuses are absolutely critical to us. Most of our members certainly have some form of disability, and so we give them the mobility. And so we have 4 minibuses within our fleet. The numbers of minibuses restrict the number of members that we have, although we are subsidised through social services transport as well. But at the moment in Leeds we have about 120 members, which we can get 80 around that number to the club night on a Friday night. The buses are kitted out basically for our own requirements to a point. We can strip just about all the seats out of the minibus apart from 2, so we can do permutations of wheelchairs and seated. And we have specialist fixed equipment known as webbing for securing the wheelchairs down. We also have facilities within the bus for some people who are transferable from wheelchairs, so we can stow the wheelchairs as well. The objective today is a day's out from Leeds Fab to experience a trip on a narrowboat. Most of the members just see each other on a Friday night, so again it's meeting different people or close friends over and above the normal Friday night meeting. So it's going out, say shopping trips, we go bowling, fish and chip lunches, so it's just keeping the family, and we consider Leeds Fab to be a big family.